Well, what's going on, you guys? I hope that music is not copyrighted. I'm going to make sure to check that. But it's just a couple of things, you guys, that I wanted to talk to you all about. You know what? 1 second. 1 second. Hey, you guys, I just had to check on something. I gotta tell y'all, so before I really get into everything, the I don't know, my neighbor has been going through it today. I think she may have got locked out the house. I don't know, it was a mess a little while ago. I was doing my video for my other channel. Egyptian Goddess, hey baby, Queen Diva, what's up? PDP. Yeah, she was out there cursing somebody out that apparently locked her out the house. So I said, okay now, Easter Sunday. But you guys, I was really hoping that I could have a talk with Brian tonight. Um, let me pin. I'm going to pin the link now. Vibrant love. Hello, darling. And I also had a topic, you guys. It's not on the discussion of love, but it has a little bit to do with it's more of the audacity. Yeah, it's a topic on like the audacity. Angie, hey babes. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, and you guys, I'm still trying to get my respiratory issues in order. Tomorrow I'm just gonna have to go to the standard clinic and see if they can maybe prescribe me. I really didn't want to go there, but I may need a like a respiratory type of steroid. But I'll just see where that may go. What was I doing? Okay, see, look, I be so all over the place. Okay, here we go. So I had to do that, and yeah, but hopefully Brian is available tonight. Um, I know I think he did say he picked up a shift, so I'm not sure, you guys. We may not be able to really talk yet. Oh, you know what? It's not even up. I don't know why it does that. I don't know where you can go and find it. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, have you tried the nebulizer? Yeah. Yeah, I have. Yeah, that's what I was using, but it's really not doing too much. Hey, what's going on? Presario, what's up, boo? Yeah, so y'all, I was trying to see how to go about putting this live on monetization, but it's not letting me. I guess it's because it's on StreamYard, and I think they have to um recognize that they have to put it on YouTube first, so it may take a little while. Hey, how you doing, Barn Dog? Peace and blessings to you too, my brother. Diva Tomboyish, what's up? No pressure, no pressure. Hey, yes, thank you all for joining me today. Yeah, y'all, it's been quite a bit of things that I have seen. Mm. Oh, I got a secret weapon today though, guys. Some tea here. Oh yes, my vibrant love. But y'all, okay, so that didn't work. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link, and then we're gonna get into the commentary. Oh, Angie, you said, do you have Vicks Vapor Rub? Put it in a pot on the stove with boiling water. That should clear your airways. Oh, thank you, boo. Yeah, Angie, I got that too. Oh, okay. Oh, y'all, look at this now. Everybody that's having quite a bit of time with this respiratory, with the spring coming in. Oh, thank you, Diva Tomboyish. I appreciate you, boo. Yeah, that's what I need to do right here, Angie. Okay. Vicks Vapor Rub, put it in a pot on the stove with boiling water. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that and just take it right on up. Yeah, I had actually someone told me one time before. They were like, put all these different concoctions together and put it on a stove and let it come in. And they said it will clear your airways. That bronchitis or acute asthma will go right away. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, Pizzario, see, we've been good today, Pizzario. I I was listening to Brianna earlier. And a lot of people's commentary, was they pretty much hit it on the ball. I was listening to Sister T earlier too. Voodoo, my voodoo. What's up? Maxine, Max. What's up, Max? Hey boo, I saw you, Max. I seen you have, you have some community posts and everything today too. Yeah, Voodoo, I hope you're having a great Easter. Yeah, Voodoo, I'm all you're always in my prayers too. Well, what's up, King Roman News? How are you doing? My king is in the building. Oh, Vibrant, you said my mother used to rub. Oh, okay, used to rub what vapor rub on your chest. Ew, it works though. Yeah, see, I got my vapor rub, y'all, and I don't really use it as much as I should. Yeah, Vibrant Love. I enjoy listening to Sister T. Sister T does not play any games, but I really did understand what she was telling me. As well as Brianna too. And King, King, I got to get over there and watch your live too, King. It's been a lot of lives going on. Yeah, so I'll definitely be I will be doing that. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me drop this link. And I do want to get into um this commentary, you guys. I have some new commentary and I wanted to ask y'all how y'all would feel about this. Um okay, where the heck am I doing? I'm all on the I'm over there and I need to be here. Trying to drop the link. I don't know what I was doing. Don't mind me, y'all. Oh, you said be sure to get you a C19 test too. Oh, really, PDP? Yeah, yeah. You know what? I do. I have some tests left, so I'm gonna have to try that too because you never know. Bird, 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 bird. The bird is the word. Hey, boo. Mo better, mo better. Vibrant love. You said Sister T scares you. Yeah, Sister T, she's full of personality, I tell you. But I really do like her style. I like how she gonna tell you like it is, and she's quite strong with it. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I know Sister T's family is quite blessed to have her because I know, it's a good time with her. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, I was like, Sister T, what did you do for Easter Sunday today? Shoot, did y'all what were you and your family doing? Were y'all dancing? Were y'all dancing in the moonlight? Or, turn up some of them probably good vegetables that she's made in her her garden. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's a real one. My lady Silver Fox. Okay, y'all, hold on. I dropped the link. Didn't I? Didn't I just drop it? Oh, hello. Hey, Christopher W. Christopher W, I see you were about to start making more content. Good evening. It's been a month of Sundays. Yeah, it has. Since I've dropped down. Didn't mean to interrupt. Oh, but wanted to say hello and been praying for you, man. Thank you, Christopher W. I appreciate you. Yes, I hope you're doing well too. My blackberry molasses. Hey, boo. I didn't drop anything. There we go. Sorry, y'all. Hello. Hey, Red Pill. Okay, there it is. And it's quite a bit that you gotta do. Okay, there we go, y'all. Yeah, but I was really hoping I could have a discussion with Brian tonight. But but I know work comes first. I'm really trying you guys to not have a whole lot of, seriousness within my panels and things, because we have so much serious things to do in life. And something I was listening to over on Brianna's is Code. I just them guys over there, Code and Shakim and the other guys. So I feel like, what is their sector just the serious? Is that the serious doxing sector? I know he's probably going live tomorrow. I'm gonna have to ask him if hopefully around somebody's connection, because that's like the serious. I don't know that the stuff they go through. It just be a lot. It's doing it again, y'all. I don't know why this thing it won't catch on to the link. It did this all yesterday. Okay, there you go. I hope I did the right one. No, that's somebody. There you go. All right. So the link is pinned. Oh, my Hazel. What's up, Hazel? How you doing? Hazel Diana. Oh, y'all going to hell for real. Oh, you said try you a tablespoon of brown vinegar. It works for me and my cough. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I can do that too. I appreciate y'all tips. I tell you. But y'all, so the link should be pinned. So if Brian does get a chance, I will hope that he would join me. But a topic that I wanted to get into, y'all, since I did just kind of dabble in the whole love train, is something that evolves around love, but it just really caught me. I was like, it caught me for a loop, because I'll say the audacity. So it's about a maid of honor, and it's from a lady that helps people with like relationship issues. So yeah, we headed in the right direction, I think. And it's a lady from Ask is her name is Ask Amy. She does this type of thing where it's like a column, you know. Oh, Angie. Okay. All right, Angie. Let me see. Yeah, but that right there, y'all make sure if y'all have any type of issues, boil that water. Okay. So here we go. Life with Jamila. Hey babes, how are you? So this the title of this is states invite to maid of honors invite to maid of honors partner not honored. Dar- Darcia, hey baby. No, this is Amy Dickinson. I can't even speak today. Amy Dickinson. Amy Dickinson. Yeah. Yeah, she's the writer on this. And they send in problems that they have in certain relationships, and then she'll give her piece on it. So they stated, Dear Amy, I am the maid of honor for my best friend's wedding this summer. It's a big job, and I have done my very best to step up in all of the expected ways. Like other people who have faced this demanding role, it can strain a friendship. But my friendship with Chloe, which is the bride, has survived just fine. So far, anyways. Last week, Chloe texted me to say that she has just sent out the invitations and that William, my very steady boyfriend of several years, has not been invited. She texts that she feels terrible about this, but this was because of serious space constraints. Here's my guy right here. You got okay, Brian.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, hey, Brian. So we were I was letting everybody know that we have this topic right here. um, it's from a lady called Ask Amy, and it's certain relationship issues. It's not necessarily on somebody being within a relationship, but it's like other things that you may go through.
Yeah,
And I want your opinion on this too, Brian, and everybody else's too, because I was like, this story was something else. So I'll reread it. So okay, so it's Dear Amy, I I am the maid of honor for my best friend's wedding this summer. It's a big job, and I have done my very best to step up in all of the expected ways. Like others, like other people who have faced this demanding role, it can strain a friendship. But my friendship with Chloe, I'm sorry, y'all. But my friendship with Chloe, hey, young, my
What
friendship,
up, bro?
what up,
What up, Brian?
what's up?
has survived just fine so far, anyways. Last week, Chloe texted me to say that she has just sent out the invitations and that William, my very steady boyfriend of several years, has not been invited. She texts that she feels terrible about this, but this was because of serious space constraints. She has planned for 125 guests at the reception. Chloe has met William several times, we live out of state, and she knows we live together. I'm shocked by this exclusion, and I don't know how to respond. Any ideas? It says mad maid of honor.
Mhm.
Do y'all understand just how? I mean,
There's a reason for it, and
you
she
think
can't
so?
not. Yeah, there's a reason for it, and she cannot take it personal, because if she does, well, you always have to stop, think before acting. And if she moves on, like takes it personal, hey, something could go wrong. So I'd say, not to take it personal.
I'm going to have to disagree
Hmm.
with you. I'm going to disagree because there are a lot of factors here. If the young lady lives out of state and she lives with her longtime boyfriend, that's inconsiderate because why would you want her to be your maid of honor and go to your wedding and just stand there and go to a wedding by, just stand by herself? Wouldn't a person want to bring their husband or a spouse with them? So I feel like that's kind of inconsiderate, and she should have squared in. If the lady cared enough to make you her maid of honor, she should care enough to care about if you have a plus one at the wedding. That's I find it to be kind of
True,
messed up.
true, true. But who knows if she might? Cause probably she had her. She wants her to show up for. It's probably like as a single person for a reason. Who knows how her friend actually wants her to be there? She's probably trying to hook her up with someone else because mejor she doesn't like her current boyfriend or something like that. So a lot of possibilities can open up, if she's right there by herself. And plus, being the maid of honor, it's because she's gonna have to pay attention to her. That's why she's the road dog. It's ride and die homie. She cannot
Hmm.
take this personal just because she can't bring a plus one. It's not about her. It's about her friend getting married.
Yeah, but just think about traveling. She's traveling out of state. She has a husband who wants to try, you know, but maybe she should never took that job if she could, you know what I'm saying? But I just find it kind of messed up. I wouldn't do my friend like that, especially I would make accommodations for you especially if you're playing that role, that major role in my wedding. I will make accommodations for you and at least your spouse. Okay, you might can leave your kids at home, but at least your spouse that you live with out of state, and I know you're traveling. I wouldn't want you to travel by yourself. For two, and I know if a husband got to come, a wife got to come. If a wife got to come, a husband got to come. So, I just find it to be a little kind of messed up. And
It
she
does, but it
doesn't.
also it would also test the spouse's loyalty or the way he thinks. Is he going to be jealous? Is he going to be constantly blowing up her phone? Hey, what are you doing? Well, like every 5 minutes. So it's good if there's that trust. I'm pretty sure like the spouse will be like, hey, it's cool. Go have a
But,
good time.
but to
So
me,
that. Mhm.
no, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, Brian.
I'm just saying, like to me, I wouldn't care if my wife was or husband or whatever is cheating. It's just the point of you're traveling to this strange place by yourself. I'm coming with you. I got to come with you. Now, if I can come with you and stay at the hotel and maybe not go to the wedding, or drop you off or something
Mm-hmm.
like that,
Hey, that,
that's
that that
something.
does work. That's another good possibility. So it's just a way that she can move. Like she can like you said, he can stay at the hotel, but she already knows that what, my husband is here. I know what to do if anything happens. He can pick me up. Designated driver. Or he probably doesn't even have to eat because it's a certain amount of food that's being cooked. He can just eat a burrito somewhere else and then just say, hey, I already ate, so don't trip.
Mm,
And
yeah.
see, and the lady's response to this, like what she told her was
Hmm.
one of the most basic guidelines concerning wedding invitations is that engaged couples, long-term partners, and couples living together should be invited as a couple.
Okay.
Chloe, they said Chloe might justify her rudeness by thinking that her attendance would be busy on her wedding day, and because you won't be able to spend much time with William during the ceremony and reception, she might as well exclude him. My instinct is that this is yet one more sacrifice you are expected to make as her maid of honor. Some honor, right? Mhm. So then she said, in terms of responding, be calm and very clear.
Hmm.
Tell her, Chloe, I'm asking you to invite William to your wedding. I'm sorry that you feel pressured, but it's the right thing to do.
Hmm.
I have stepped up in many ways to make this day great for you, and I'd appreciate you finding the space for him. If she freaks out, don't respond right away. Just wait patiently. After a week or two, you should have an answer from her. In my opinion, either way, you have an obligation to carry on with your role in the wedding, but the longer term friendship might take a real hit.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that's a hit.
Hmm. Yep.
Oh
That's
yeah,
where
that's a
friendship
hit.
is going to be tested. That's where friendship is going to be tested.
Yeah, because it seems that I feel that, oh yeah, on some level she she doesn't take, the relationship that, her friend, that her maid of honor has with her current boyfriend, that seriously, that they also could be a potential wedding that she would have to,
I was just about to say that. Yeah, she has to think about her karma because if they've been long term for 7 years, I believe. I mean, there's a wedding coming up for them. I mean, if they choose to make it official, but how would she want her friend to do her and her new husband? Would she want her new husband to stay at home while she come to the wedding, or just even get invited? Because I don't think she's going to ask this lady to be her maid of honor if she don't let her boyfriend come. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
That
I
would be
mean,
too petty, no? I think that would be kind of like petty or kind of like childish if that would be the reason to for her not to have her as a maid of honor just because she wasn't able to bring her partner. I
it
do
depends on
believe
what
that
type of
it's crazy though.
it
Like you
depends
said,
on what type of person you are. Because if the
hmm
friend, like me, I will hold a grudge. That'll be fucked up. That'll be all the way messed up. If you don't let me, you want me to come to your wedding and you want me to do all of this, and I can't even have somebody to talk to. I guess a plus one. So I would take that personally, but I guess it just depends on what type of person you are. I guess you know.
yeah,
not
because
only that, well, it's because since it's a wedding, right? Because the wedding is about the bride and the groom. Now
Hmm.
there have been instances or like cases where the bridesmaids or another couple steals the show, and I mean probably the bride is trying to avoid that kind of stuff. Probably she already knows that her friend. This is my theory. Probably the friend is probably a little bit more cute, and she's probably gonna be the cutest couple, and they're gonna steal the spotlight. So who knows? So there's gotta be something why she doesn't want her friend to have her boyfriend right there because it's either there's already a limited number of guests already like set, or it can be that, or it's got to be something. But you
how much
cannot be
work
child. Uh huh.
how much work goes into being a maid of honor too? See, that's maybe something too that she feels that you're going to be too busy maid of honoring to find time for maybe she define time for whoever you may be with. Like, you need to focus solely on me,
That's a
maybe
good
something
question,
like.
bro. That's a good question. Like, well, what does it take? What are the qualities? Like just because you have a best friend doesn't mean sometimes like we've seen in movies where it doesn't like actually doesn't go like that. But what are the qualities? When do you know you chose the right person to be your bride of honor? Your the groom also does go through that also. Like what does it take? How do you earn that title to be a maid of honor?
Yeah, we don't know how long they have actually been friends either. Like, have they been friends for years on years? So
Hmm.
maybe this was something that um she maybe she didn't know William like she thought she knew him, because it seems that's where it kind of seems too, because she's like, she know I'm dating this guy, and we've been seriously, in a steady dating phase, and she just blankly says that he's not included.
He might have did or something. He might have did something to that woman. Or they probably had like past, past. How
Little
you stick
fling.
up for your
Yep,
home
yep.
girl. When you stick up for your
Little
home girl,
flirting.
he cheated on you and
Yep.
did this, and he, how you stick up with your home girl. So I don't know. It just sounds like it's something under the surface with this, like something that I guess something that's not being said.
Yeah,
Because that's blatant disrespect. Like that's just in your face. Hey, your husband ain't coming to your face. So I don't know. There got to be something more there.
But do you think women, when it comes to a wedding, do you think women have more of a problem, planning a wedding than men do? Because I mean, if it were like, because it's a woman's situation where like she's kind of probably creating all these problems just by not inviting this her maid of honor's husband or spouse. But in a man situation, it's like, hey, if you want to be my groom, cool and shit. If not, that's okay and stuff. So it's, I don't know if men are more simple and women tend to make
Hmm.
everything like a bit too perfect. Well, I don't know. Probably. What do you
I
think, Brian?
don't, I don't know. I mean, that's something to think about. This was a very interesting topic. Where did you get this from?
Yeah, Ro,
from
where'd you get this from?
yeah, yeah, I got this from the paper in the relationship column. Yeah, because you
Mm,
always used to love. I used to always love reading them, and
I
you
like
know,
to read that section too.
yeah, it kind of helps you on certain things. Especially when it comes to um things dealing with relatives. You'll be surprised on how people are ready to cut their fathers off, cut their mothers off like that for
Damn.
something that they can potentially maybe fix, y'all. Because this another one. Let me see if that I found. I was like, oh, this one was kind of rough.
Because
Mm.
also where you can also listen to some good stories like that is on radio. Like every morning I wake up
Hmm.
to radio and like they also have segments like the ones of sending the chocolates, but they also have segments where like you can call in and but the topic is about like relationship problems. Like have you ever had
Hmm.
revenge sex or like cheating and all that kind of stuff. And there are people that call in and they give some pretty good conversations, pretty good past experiences. But you also have some good stuff to talk about, bro. What's the
There's
other
this
one?
lady. There's
Yeah.
this lady called Delilah. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Delilah, but she has this segment called Ask Delilah. And man, that lady, I really fuck with that lady because that lady be talking some real shit. So I do know what you're talking about. If you live in Houston, she be on Sunny 99.1. But
Mhm.
she, you could, she do good. So um,
Those are some of the interesting like segments or radio shows that talk about like relation, like War of the Roses. I don't know if you heard about it. I'm a
mhm,
huge fan of War of the Roses, man. That's one of the best relationship talk segments to be on radio.
mhm.
And even if there's some that you have right now, bro, that'd be cool to listen to right now too.
Yeah, that's something definitely that I could, you know, try to conjure up, get that together. Cause yeah, I haven't heard of War of the Roses. Do they come on the internet or is it just
Yeah,
radio?
they have
I got
there's three War of the Roses. It's you just look it up on YouTube. They actually have pretty good topics about relationships, and you can also find them on like the newspaper and everything. But I recommend it, bro. That's
Delilah.
yeah, y'all.
Okay. All right,
all right.
Ro.
Read the
I
next one,
thought
bro.
I thought you had to talk to me for some. Now I have to start going into work at 4:30 now. So,
Yeah.
I just wanted to come up here to see if everything was good and everything squared away, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what you guys are talking about. Hey, what's up with Mr. Wilson's title, bro?
Uh,
Yeah, Pastor's always
you
said
messy, young and fine.
What is
You
up
is
with that, bro?
messy. I hear
Pastor has
you.
always had a certain type of spirit towards me, young. Um, just the way I think Pastor, it's I don't know, maybe he wants to see better in me, and he kind of hits me, I think, with that tough love sometimes. Rose, suck it up, get through it. That's kind of how Pastor he kind of hit me, because I think he don't really see me entirely um as like I guess a B sector newbie. He don't really see me like that. I think he sometimes he want to just throw me away. But I think, lately, we've had a lot of better rapport. But yeah, he just hit me. I think he just tried to hit me hard to push me out there, you
Mm.
know. But
Well,
I
I
mean,
think you and him would actually have like pretty good conversations. If yeah, there's always time to talk about beef sector shenanigans. But I think you would actually have some good conversations with him too and shit. Like.
yeah, we've talked before, young, like we've had some good convo, on like the like
Molly.
yeah,
Molly's
you
fucking
Molly.
funny, dude.
Oh, pass, I got a man at
And what about you,
home.
Brian? I saw Trish's title too. Like, hey, like, well, what's up with that?
Trish, I know you're cool with Trish, so I don't want to bash her around you. So I'm gonna watch my words out of respect. But
Thank you,
she
Brian.
plays games. Trish plays games, and I didn't feel like playing. I guess just to sum it all up, I just didn't feel like playing. And honest,
Yeah, no,
Roman's
Trish is
darling said,
understandable. She's tolerable. She tolerates a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, she tolerated me. So I'm not gonna take it as like anything bad and shit. But she's a pretty cool person. She's pretty cool with you too. Like, I mean, I've seen you on her
"Nah,
panel like a lot of times. You know?
I'm mad at her right now, and I'm just gonna be mad at her. I don't want nobody to. If you like her, love her. I'm not telling
Yeah.
anyone to, speak disparaging about her or nothing like that. But she tried me, and she tried me because of the other day. On Honest Road panel, and so she tried to play games, and I
Oh
guess I just didn't. I guess I just didn't feel like playing today. But Trish is an asshole. I just hate to say it like that, but she's an asshole. And
she's our asshole. She's our asshole. She's
I
a cool
understand.
asshole.
I understand.
Young
I
got
understand.
really good rapport with Trish. I know like a lot of times me and Young will be over in in her chat and
Hmm.
sometimes on her panel. But see,
Yeah.
Brian, that time, okay, because I'm trying to go back now. What were you
I've
saying about Miss
I've been
Darling?
smoking. Excuse me. I've been allegedly smoking me a bugler cigarette. Bugler cigarette. Rolled up bugler cigarette. So,
I got
excuse you.
some right
You
here.
have to pardon. You have to pardon. Pardon my behavior. They
Oh
call me weird. So.
no, Brian, you gotta have your relaxation time. You know what I'm saying? We gotta we
Hmm.
gotta we gotta go in strong tomorrow morning. But
Hmm.
Brian, you were about to say about Miss
Allegedly.
Darling.
Allegedly. Hmm.
Yeah, allegedly. What
All right, so there's nothing really, no bad blood between you and Mr. Wilson, bro, or what?
No, no, I take in what Pastor say, now, Young, and then I just say, okay, I'm just seeing what Pastor got to say, and I
You're
just
gonna end up
pass or
snapping
I
on him.
pass on
Watch.
it. You said what now, Brian?
You're gonna end up snapping on him.
I'm not
So you
gonna
just let
do
your.
Pastor like that. Y'all,
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll just have to
Yeah,
see about
exactly,
that.
Brian. We'll see. You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
get tested, bro. You're gonna get tested.
yeah. See, I mean, that goes into the scripture that tests. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Sometimes you get tested and you gotta work through that, y'all. It's a lot of trial and error that goes through it. Okay, you want me to test them on
Well,
Next thing you know,
okay.
Ro's gonna be like, "No Diddy, no Diddy."
that.
Well, it's so honest, Row. Can you tell Miss Darlings, please? Now, is Miss Darlings your moderator, honest Row? Cause she come over there fucking with me earlier. Is Miss Darlings your moderator?
Yeah, Brian. I
Okay.
know you love Miss Darlings. We love Miss Darlings. Me
Was
and
she over
Molly.
there? Go ahead.
No,
I'm
oh no, no,
sorry.
what were you? No, I did want to hear what you had to say about her though. What had happened?
Miss Darling's listen, Miss Darling's come over there teasing somebody and shit like that. She know what she said earlier, and I just want Miss Darling to stop, being childish. That's all I want. Just ask her to
What did
stop
you
being
say?
childish.
What did she say?
Probably be on your side though, Brian. Miss Darling's gonna get
Mm.
along with Trish right now.
Yeah, she said, well, it just is what it is. But today was very eventful. I really enjoyed today.
How was your Easter, Brian?
Man, my Easter was basic. I don't celebrate Easter, but it just is what it is. What about you?
I went to watch Kong and Godzilla movie. Uh, it's cool, but I'm not gonna spoil it for everyone. I just, if you guys like a lot of CGI, well, I mean, this is Godzilla and King Kong we're talking about, and you guys I recommend watching it. You'll enjoy it.
Will I like it better than the? Will it be better than the one versus Con? Hey, what's going on, Miss Catherine and unapologetic Mika?
Um, that's for you to decide, bro. You have to go watch it. I mean, like the way I see movies is like the Star Wars franchise. Like a lot of fans, they don't like the Star Wars because I guess it doesn't follow with the canon, doesn't go with the comics. They always complain about everything. Me, I'm a movie fan. Like if I like the movie, if it has me at the edge of my seat, it has me like, oh, that's a good movie right there for me. And I'm not the type of person that will be like, oh, just because they missed something out from like what you see in the comics or expect something from it. That's not me. So I actually do recommend watching Kong and Godzilla, New Empire.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the Star Wars, I, I've never been able to get into it because so many different ones. Yeah,
It's
I
a
rather watch him.
whole. It's big. Star Wars is huge, and like the Marvel movies also they're pretty cool. Madam Web, I recommend watching it too. Um,
Oh, so you really down with that Marvel universe?
yeah, over DC, yeah, big time.
Have you seen the new Guardians of the Galaxy 3? I got to see that one because I really
Oh,
did.
you're gonna. Hey, I'm all I'm gonna say is you're gonna probably start like crying a little bit, or you're gonna have to hold on to it because that's all I'm just gonna tell you. It got my eyes watery. That just lets you know that it's a pretty good movie.
Oh, okay. Now, yeah, young man. I know you don't just cry. You don't just come out and cry like that. So yeah,
No,
that must
you.
be something and get
Ooh,
to
man,
engage.
like it gets you. It's gonna get you. Like, you're gonna hold those tears, just like in that Marvel movie. I think it was Infinity Wars when when Thanos snapped his fingers, and then Spider Man was like, Tony, like Mr. Stark, I'm scared. Woo! It got me my eyes watering, man. Like, that's that good movie. That's oh shit.
This guy
But
next to me, y'all, he was this. I'm telling you, it was like I was in the movie theater for that. This big dude, he was like the Hulk, and I started hearing a sniffle. Y'all, he started breaking down. I looked over, I was like, "This
oh
man,
man, that's what you call a
going
real
to
movie
town."
fan right there. That's what you call a real movie fan. Like,
You have to let it out.
Yeah,
let
ain't
it out,
nothing
little
wrong
boy.
with it. Just, what I'm saying? You gotta let that go. That goes to show just how invested he was,
Mm-hmm.
and loving Marvel. So they got some true fans out there. He's a real one.
Hmm.
All right, read the other one, bro. Read the other one. The other story you were gonna say.
The other story. Well, you know what? It was actually Brian. Brian, we never got to know. I never got to hear at that time after you and Rebel had went to the club. You said that
Oh,
something happened that changed you. So
oh
we
well, we'll talk
Talk
about
about
that
it.
another.
Talk
We'll talk
about
about
it.
that another time. That's not just life or death or nothing like that. So
All right.
it seemed like you got a topic tonight, but I just wanted to, like I said, I wanted to come up and just make sure everything was good and easy. There's no hard feelings. My bad for cussing Trish out this morning, and I guess throwing your name in it. You know, throwing your name in it. I
no,
guess I was
I
angry.
understand though, Brian. Because that was something that I was wondering. I was like, maybe I should talk to Brian about this. Ask him. Just simply ask Ryan, did you want to be a permanent moderator? I think I just
Well,
the
I wouldn't mind. I mean, oh, are you asking me now, or are you just saying that out loud?
yeah, yeah, both. Because
If you feel comfortable enough, then I mean, it is what it is. Yes,
okay,
yes.
yeah, yeah. So I'll
Okay,
definitely make you a mod, Brian.
okay. And Miss Darlings, ha, uh huh. Eat my cookies, Miss Darlings, huh? Okay. But anyway, honestly, I'm
Eight
going to
seconds.
bed, man. Listen, man. These people start changing our hours, man. They started making me stay late. Don't even tell a nigga. Then they want your nigga to wake up an hour early. So now I got to get up at 3 o'clock. Got to beat up by 4:30. So I ain't complaining. I'm just gonna eat my money. I'm gonna literally eat my money. So
Yep.
it was good talking to you. If I said anything offensive and out of pocket, I'm sorry. Sometimes I get emotional when my feelings are hurt, and it just is what it is sometimes. And if things bothered you, you can come to me and tell me. And if I'm a man enough, I'll apologize. But I want to say congratulations on your channel. You're doing some good things. You're bringing up these new topics and things like that. Now I'm gonna be really thinking about what I would do in that situation. Like I would have to be upfront with this girl and say, no, I'm not
Hmm.
coming to your wedding, and I'm gonna be standing here by myself and shit. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I got to have me a plus one. So now that's something on my mind that I'm gonna be thinking about what I would do in that situation. And I'm very interested in hearing future topics that you're going to be talking about. Young MIA, God bless you. And it just is what it
Absolutely. Bless you
is.
too, Brian. Bless you too, bro.
All right, y'all have a good night. Prosperity to everybody. Holla at
You
y'all.
you too, Brian. Thank you. What's up, Rodney? So young. It is some more topics though. Let me see.
Let's
This
get
was
to it then, bro. Let's get to it.
yeah, that's right. Okay, so y'all, this one right here is okay. This is a new one. I have a friend whose husband died suddenly more than 8 years ago. She speaks often about how difficult her life is without Bart and how perfect their marriage was. She is financially secure and has many friends. She is in therapy. I and all of her friends listen to her talk about this man and we sympathize with her. I know there is no right timetable for grief. Recently, she put a picture of her long dead husband as her profile picture on her cell phone. So whenever she calls me, Bart's face pops up. I find it disturbing to see the face of this dead man on my cell phone. Is there any reasonable way I can let her know that I respect her grief, but the cell phone photo is disturbing? Hmm, that's a new
Wait,
one.
wait, wait. The picture part, like, isn't it like when you edit your contacts? Don't you edit the avatar, not the other person?
Well, I mean, you said edit. See, I think wait, let's. Yeah, I see what you're saying too. Yeah, don't
Because
you?
like if she says that her friend puts like her deceased husband's picture as her wallpaper, but she's also saying that when her friend calls, the deceased husband's picture pops up. That I don't think that's possible. I think the lady's the one that, or unless she did it, unless she probably told her to, hey, can you put my deceased husband's face on the avatar, so every time when I call, it's me and stuff. Because usually when you don't have an avatar for like a specific person, it's just like a blank one.
Unless they're FaceTiming, could that be it too? Because when you FaceTime, somebody's, I guess, picture pops up. But she
Um,
said,
no, I don't think so. No, I think the friend probably has it. Probably she did it. Probably
"Oh,
the friend told her, hey, may you put my deceased husband's picture as your avatar when I call you, because I have contacts that I don't even have pictures of, like, of them. It's just like a letter or something. So I think it's the friend that put the deceased husband's picture on her contact avatar.
Hmm. Yeah, see, what they said to her, it says because she labeled herself as disturbed. So she
Hmm.
said, "Dear disturbed, this is a confusing issue." Oh, see, I think they get into what you're saying, young. And I was unable to confirm if there is a way to block or hide someone's contact picture without blocking them. Depending on what kind of phone you use, you might check with your carrier to see if it is possible to delete or re-sign someone else's profile photo. Your friend may not realize that Bart's photo pops up when she calls you. In my phone, the the photos that pop up are ones that I've assigned to various contacts. See, that's rather than describing this as disturbing, you could start by asking her, "Do you realize that whenever you call me, Bart's photo shows up on my phone?" She might tell you that she has deliberately set it up as her profile photo. If this is her intent, you could tell her honestly, "When you call me, I've always startled to see Bart's face. It takes me a minute or two to get orientated. Have other people mentioned this? After that, I think you should let it go." Okay.
Yeah, she needs to let it go. I mean, there's many stages of grief. You know how people like, there's not everybody's gonna go through the same process of grieving. When their loved one dies, they're not gonna heal like from here like in 3 days. But one way that I actually do think it's really effective, and we've actually done it, is when my Mima passed away. Rest in peace. The thing we did is that we burned all her stuff, her clothes, anything that reminds us of her. Because if you have something that reminds you of that person, of the stuff that reminded us of my grandma, you tend to like go back in that depressed state of mind, like how like you're still grieving, you're not letting yourself heal. So what we did is that we took all her clothes, her pictures. Yes, kind of sounds a little bit fucked up, but we burned them. That way we are able to move on. We're able to heal properly, and we're not gonna be constantly depressed because let's say we have if I were to have a picture of her like on my drawer, and I somehow pass by it, or like there's always gonna be some eye contact to that object or that picture. I'm gonna start feeling bad for myself, and we don't need that kind of stuff. But that's our way. That's the way we did it, and it's actually effective. Hey, like to each his own. But people have different ways to heal.
And I understand where you coming from with that too, young, because a lot of times I feel well, I'll just speak like on my family. Uh we tend to hold on to things, um and a lot of times it's overbearing. Hold on to a lot when somebody has passed away, and it has affected us, certain people in my family. It has affected them severely, and
Mhm.
it's to the point where they can't move on with their lives. And that, how you say, you're still showing them, a great deal of respect, because their presence should always be surrounded around you. um but holding on to something is basically letting somebody, basically, on a level, they're really taking a huge part of your life. And a lot of times, it's part of the life cycle. We don't want it to happen. We don't want our loved ones to pass away. But that's something that, it's the course of life.
Yeah,
And
and in this chick's situation, I do understand also her frustration because I'm pretty sure like because like depression is contagious. The vibe is contagious. Like if they're going out and this person she's gonna like always be a little bit like depressed, like keep talking about her husband or something reminds them of her. Like it's gonna kill the vibe. It's gonna kill the mood. And they're gonna be they're gonna be reaching their limits of tolerating that kind of like grieving. They're gonna but hey, that's when friendship is being tested, because if you're a real friend, you're gonna be there till the end and stuff, until this person finally is able to move on. So the whole thing of having the deceased husband as her contact profile picture, she must tolerate it. In my opinion, she must tolerate it, because you're calling yourself a friend, and a friend is gonna have to understand. Everybody's gonna die at some point, right? She's gonna probably have someone in her family pass away, and then she's gonna be fully understand, and that's where the friend is gonna come in. You know what? I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. You know, for you, because I also lost my deceased husband. So they're gonna find some stuff they can relate to and shit, and they're gonna also have more support, because that's what it's all about. The support, who is there for you, and
Yeah,
who's gonna be there for like for your troubled times. So the friend, yeah, I understand her frustration. It's a lot. Being a friend isn't easy work. It is not easy work. It's something like you gotta put some work in that shit. The word friend is earned. That title is earned. It's not just given to anybody. You know, but
absolutely.
it's understandable. She has to tolerate that. She has to tolerate it. It might creep her out, but she's gonna have someone of her family pass away, and she's gonna understand. Who knows if it can be tomorrow? It can be like for the near future. But for the meantime, she has to be there for her friend. Because grieving can take who knows. But
Mhm.
she does need to like a little bit more like harsh truths from her friend, like, hey, you know what, girl, like move on, or like try to like be there for her, like try to have her like, you know what, you're still young, there's still more people, you don't have to meet anybody right now, you can take your time on it, but we gotta get you in that sane mental state of mind. We gotta keep you positive, because the more she's gonna like, her friends are probably like shunning her, it's gonna be bad. That's what I think, my opinion is, but
And young, sometimes like this next one, y'all, was really good too because it kind of hits on that aspect. Let me see if I can find it because she was oh, here we go. The sense and sensitivity. This is like the column for that. This one was really good. So let me make sure. Is that the one? Okay, here it is. And this person is named Harriet. They're the counsel for the sense and sensitivity. So they say, "Dear Harriet, my best friend recently separated from my husband." Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My best friend recently separated from her husband. Okay, let's get that right. And it is so sad. I talk to her almost every day, and she is doing her best to stay strong, but it is hard for her. It seems like many people are siding with her husband, mainly because he has a big mouth. He has been talking about her like a dog to everyone who will listen. She is not that kind of person. She just wants to work things out and find a way forward, whatever that may be. How can I support her without passing judgment or wearing myself out in the middle? That was she named herself in the middle. Hmm.
yeah, that's you see, there's people, there's just because you're old, but there are times that there's instances where like the person hasn't moved on from that high school phase, or that high school mentality. How in high school, you break up with the girlfriend or the boyfriend, you go through that. That's some child shit. That's some high school shit. But
No, but they were
many
married
people don't
though.
know. Oh, but like it is also it also applies to marriage. They're acting like teenagers. The husband is spreading rumors. The ex-wife, she has to like it's just like that. They're being childish. But the thing is that the ex-husband is being the most petty because I mean the guy's a big mouth. He's trying to get everybody against the friend. Now it's up to the friend to step up and say, you know what, hey, you gotta cut that shit out because some people are easy to manipulate, some people are easy to convince. Whatever the dude has been saying to the majority of the people, I'm pretty sure that he's already convinced them. But this person that wrote this, she's stuck in the middle where like, you know what, I'm not fully convinced because I know most of the stuff that he's been saying is a lie. So she's standing with her friend. But I've been through that. I've been through that, bro.
Really
I've been
young.
through that. Yeah.
Well,
But
young.
this is recently. Watch this shit. So
Yeah.
so I went on this content creators panel, right?
Mm.
Because it's been a while I haven't been there. And I try to try to tell her, you know what, I want to catch up with you. You're a cool person. And I was like, hey, I like your content and everything. But then another person came on the panel and like kind of like made it all about about her, which had nothing to do. So I apologized to this person, this and that. And then I tried to get back with like the original person I was there for. And this other person actually like spread rumors about me and all that stuff, but I don't really care. But now I kind of have to like back off again because she came up on the panel again once I like started talking to the other content creator. I felt I sensed a little bit of jealousy, like that. I I don't know if it's that kind of like situation where like the ex boyfriend or the ex husband, spreading rumors because there's something happened. But I don't know, kind of lost it right now. But if you kind of get my drift.
Yeah, and you know what, young, see, because the thing about it is that being that you're mainly just a subscriber, you're not actually a content creator, and I find it to be like when people start really, I'll say, like making the subscribers, as well as the people that come into the chat really making them hardcore content. I always feel like I don't really get it because I'm like, they're not the actual content creators. So putting that, I guess how they say it now, that jacket, on you
Because
and trying to pull you in, it's like, you
like
know,
me and this content creator, I was cool with this person. I rocked with this person, and
mm.
I let's say I'll just say I broke up with her. This YouTube relationship,
How did
but
she?
I told her, oh, she didn't take it well.
Yeah,
She didn't take it well. So it's like in this situation that you just read, is the ex-husband is now trying to convince other people that talking bad about this other person, like trying to gain more people to go against me, or in this situation to go against the ex-wife. Now there's people that are stuck in the middle where they're trying to like not to be biased, or they're trying to like say like what's going on, but there's always some people that know what happened, and now they're trying to be a little bit neutral, but hey, to each his own and stuff. But
this was the advice that she gave her, and this could help you too. So she said, "Dear in the middle, be her best friend by continuing to be a good listener. You cannot give her answers for what's going on in her life, but your loving and attentive ear means everything to her right now. When marriage breaks up, it is nearly impossible to get through it without plenty of anxiety and sensitivity. It's
hmm
best for you to say less and be consistently available when she needs you. At the same time, be sure to carve out time to decompress and spend time with other people. Just don't talk about your friend's life when you are not with her. Do your best to compartmentalize. In this way, you protect yourself and your friend's privacy. When you
Mm-hmm.
need a break from listening to her, tell her. That way, it won't seem like you are abandoning her when you step back for a bit. Was that it, too young? Did
Yep,
you abandon her?
exactly. It's like that. So I'm like,
Mm.
now, because it's been a while, I had to muster up the courage to go on this person's panel. So
Oh.
now it's more like, like I'm probably like the ex-wife, where like the ex-husband, which is this content creator, was spreading a little bit of rumors, and there's probably other people that were there that saw this. They're like the middle person, but I kind of let it go. I'm still cool with that person. I hope she's still cool with me. But I'm still trying to like catch up with this other content creator. But just what you just said, that's what I expected from this other person, because we're both adults. When it comes to divorce, if the couple has kids, it's gonna take a toll on the kids, because usually they become the stereotype, the typical divorce couple where like we're battling for custody. One parent is whispering in the ear of the kids to try to go up against the other parent, and that's very dangerous. I've seen this happen because at work I've been hearing coworkers tell me like hey, I'm going through this divorce. I'm having a custody battle. The stuff they tell me is like, wow, it's really hard. Like, but there's gotta be some like person who's single like myself. I've tried to give them some like advice, what I've read, and all that stuff. And some of them have taken the advice. Some of them have taken a little bit of insult, but later on they say, you know what, you were right. But I also have to limit myself because I'm not married. I've been engaged before, but that's it. But I've never been married, and I've never been divorced. So there's a limit of what I can say. So a divorce is actually really hard on people. It's not something that's it's a walk in the park. Like
You
in
were
this
engaged to a
situation.
woman?
Oh yeah, I've been engaged twice,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
I still talk to them. You see, it's because I don't want to be the stereotype of the ex salty boyfriend. My ex fiance, she's not the ex salty girlfriend. Spring. Well, we still have that connection. That friendship. We still talk. And she I was actually gonna be the stepfather of her kid, but it didn't work out. Well, I want to say it didn't work out. It just didn't go through because her instincts as a mother said, you know what, we're moving too soon, we're moving too fast. So she did it for her kid. I said, understandable. I still talk to her on Facebook. We still message each other. She already got married again. Hey, that's cool. But it's because I'm an adult. I know how to move on. I'm not gonna be a stereotype where like, oh man, f that bitch. Nah, that's stupid. In this situation, the husband is being a child. He's being a kid. He's at some high school stuff. He's that person that didn't know how to handle a rejection, or he's that child, like that man child. He has a lot to learn. So just because you've been married for like years and all that stuff, it's dumb. Like you gotta be an adult. You're act your age.
Yeah, but see, young, that's one thing about it. Sometimes certain people don't know how to mature. They don't mature
hmm
as they
They don't know how to
should.
mature, and not
Yeah.
only that, it's because their social circle, their friends. You got some friends that are gonna be like, "Hey, you're right. Fuck that bitch. That person was never for you." Or "F that dude." Like get back at him. That's not gonna help you mature. That's not gonna help you move on. That's not gonna help you. You know what? Come to a resolution. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people don't understand. Is like, what? In a relationship, look, relationships, engagements, and marriages are for men and women who act their age. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Many people have been in a relationship engaged for years, and they end up not getting married. Why? Because who knows? It's not that simple. You have to have that solid foundation. In this case, this person's marriage, there was no solid foundation. Probably they thought they fell in love, but it was too quick. They moved on too quick. They probably didn't even get to know each other that well. They probably still have insecurities about each other, which the dude pretty much has because since he's spreading a lot of rumors about the ex-wife. So who ends up getting the the strays? The
Do you
friends.
do you think it's wrong though, Young, when you hear about people that have been engaged for over 30 years? Do you think it's wrong on the men's part or the woman's part? Do you think it's like the man is just like because because you think about it, I think it was engaged because sometimes they won't even be engaged. No, you know what? I think it was just boyfriend and girlfriend when they're boyfriend and girlfriend for over 30 years, and it's like she's waiting for him. Like I'm waiting, and then it doesn't get to that point, and let's say they end up breaking up because of that. And is this a kick in the face? As
I
soon
don't
as
think it's
they
a kick
break
in.
up,
I don't think
somebody else
it's
said
a kick in
that
the.
he.
I don't think it's a kick in the face because right now in the dating world, from what I've seen and from the surveys that we've conducted, right now a lot of the whole thing about social media is that women are want to up another women's engagement. What do women do? They post on their social media. Oh, I got this carriage. I got a dress. They're showing off. They're competing with other bridesmaids when it's not about who you're competing with. You're actually getting married. You should focus on like the person you're getting married with. So it's not really a kick in the face. It's not a kick in the face. It's actually kind of simple. Just if you know you're ready, just hey, I want to marry you. And also another thing, I think it should it's not be considered a taboo if a woman asks a man to ask a man for hand in marriage because a lot of women don't like that because where
Yeah,
they always think that a man should always ask a woman to marry them. But I think if she wants to marry, if a woman actually really loves a man, she should get down on her knee and ask the boyfriend hand in marriage. Because what if it's not? What if the guy is waiting for the girl? Like he's feeling gonna be like, hey, what if I ask her to marry her and she's gonna reject me, which is gonna be really really bad. Men tend to like ask their girlfriends to marry them like in a public area. They want to make a show out of it, but most of the time the woman says no. Now that's more hard on the man, but for a woman, who knows and shit. But hey, if you're a woman, if you love your man, you actually really love this man, just ask him to marry you and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, if you feel that you have found somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with, then I would say either person, if because that's like that's a soulmate. If you really come across that soulmate, then y'all can go tick for tack. I feel like either soulmate should be able to express their love in a way that say, I want to hold on to you forever. So it'll be a lot easier. But if you're going to do things the traditional way, which I think every relationship is unique, but some people that's a part of like tradition that they don't like to step too much away from, because it's like it's different, it's totally out of character, I think, um on certain levels for the woman to certain people think that, I think it's a stigma though too, that if a
Well, it's
woman
because
is
you're going off of like what others gonna think about you and shit. Like the whole kick in the face. That's something that was invented by people who didn't get asked to be who have never been asked to get married by someone. Like they never had someone put a ring on them. That's something that they invented. You can't go based off of other people's past experience. If you love a person, hey, we've been this for this long. We've been together, and I think I'm ready. And you both of you will know if you guys are ready or not and stuff. But that's where the communication comes in handy. You have to communicate with your person. You have to you don't have to spend time 24/7 with them. Because like when you're in high school, what do girlfriends and boyfriends and girlfriends do? Oh, I love you. Always talking on the phone, and I know you hang up, but it's a quick thing. No, you have to like build up that relationship by communicating with your spouse or your future spouse or your partner and stuff. So don't go off of what like other people's past experience. Hey, if you're a chick, you love your man, ask him to marry you. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to get other people's approval. You don't have to do it in public. Just do it in private. If you're a dude and you love your woman, hey, don't tell anybody. Just ask this person that you if you want to ask her to marry you and stuff. It doesn't have to be like a lavish thing. You know what? Because that's what a lot of people do on social media. They're just going off of like, hey, I can help you. My engagement was better than yours. And if that person rejected you, man, they're gonna like go come on you, like they're gonna clown you. No, it's not like that. If you really love a person, just ask them to marry you, and you'll know when the perfect time is right. Hey, I know people are gonna be, hey, but I'm just speaking I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't
Yeah,
go off of like what other people fucking saying shit.
but young, it was okay. Other, because of that too. Um, yeah, you're right. Real love shouldn't, it doesn't have any boundaries. It's that stigma, my friend. Though I'm telling you, it's a stigma where oh yeah, hold on, young, Bridezilla. See, you can't now. Bridezilla gonna get you. Bridezilla is like, what do you mean? This is gonna work out. It's gonna be standard. Bridezilla can be the one that'll take you out, young. So you got to watch out for Bridezilla in this. Bridezilla is not a stigma. Bridezilla say it better go her way. Okay,
No, but
she hard.
yeah, those are the stereotype bridezillas. But there are bridezillas that have understanding. They're gonna be like, hey, you know what? Hey, because the bridezilla are there to test you. They're the people that are gonna test you. They're gonna if you don't get approval of the bridezilla, hey, you gotta work on it. You gotta put in even more work. That's what you have to be thankful about bridezillas. There's gonna be a bridezilla in everybody's group. That person's the one that what this person because they're gonna know what's good for you or not. But that bridezilla is gonna be there. You know what? Hey, because they're gonna be talking to you. They're gonna be trying to get into your head, but they're also doing it because hey, not every bridezilla is the same. But some are probably gonna be like, hey, you know what? I think this guy's too good for my friend here. I think I'll just take him because sometimes the future wife is not even really meant for someone else. Probably that's the way you find your true love and shit. But hey, don't underestimate the bridezillas, bro. Bridezillas do come in handy.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't because I think it's an experience. I really have not been I'll say a fan of the show. I haven't watched it like that on, the actual Bridezilla show. Hey, Tella, what's up, boo? Because I know there's a lot that goes into it. It seems like it's fully extreme. But I don't have any issues with this show. But I think I would hope that it ain't just about the wedding, and it's actually about the man that you're marrying, and that even though some of them maybe, but I would hope that they would have a lengthy relationship after that whole prize wedding. But when you get to see all these 90-day fiancés and what goes into these lavish weddings, and it's all for that moment. Oh, like this next story. Oh, y'all, is this it right here?
Let's get to it.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good one. Where is it at? Where is it? I'm sorry. Dear, here it is. Yep. Dear, dear Caroline, and this is on um Sutton divorce. Sutton divorce complicates marrying. I'm at a complete loss. About a year ago, my father unrooted our close knit and happy family by announcing he wanted to divorce my mom after 30 years of marriage. This has absolutely gutted my family and ruined our family friendships because of the disinformation he's spreading about her. My mom's long life dream was to throw me a dream wedding, which now feels unattainable due to the blow our family has taken. and the fact that he will be paying the bill. I don't want to spend time with him or his friends or put on a show for these people, but I want to make my mom happy. So I was okay with it until yesterday. I found out my dad has a new, younger girlfriend and I can't handle it. How can I make my mom happy, cut off my dad, and still somehow have a happy wedding? Is it possible? Please help. Gut it. Young.
Look, like I said, a relationship, engagement, and marriage is for men and women who act their age, mature adults. That dude is petty for for making an excuse until like 30 years later. That dude probably like they got married too quick. The dude probably thinks he's a player by getting a dummy young girl because I mean, depending on the age that she is, today's dating field is pretty low. The bar is low. Standards are low. The dude probably convinced this young girl, hey, I got a car, I'll buy you this and that. When the girl's probably, he's probably gonna fall in love with her. Trust me, he's gonna fall in love with her. This girl is young. She can get a lot of fucking dudes. So this dude is a fucking dumbass for ruining this woman's life because he wasted her time. 30 years just down the drain. And like I said, a divorce affects a lot of people, especially the kids. It does, and in this case, it's daughter who's gonna get married. It's affecting her. So
Mm,
this dude, this is why you have to like build up a good, solid foundation when you want to be in the long term. Don't waste this person's time. Don't waste the other person's time. Be real and stuff. Don't rush things. And it also like for some instances like like there's men that are also like in the closet. Some men and women are in the closet. They're too afraid to come out, but they live a life of of denial. There's men who are gay and they have kids and all that stuff, and all of a sudden they decide to be free. Bro, you should have just fucking like came out. But a lot of people are afraid to come out because friends might not even like that shit. So I understand. But in this guy's case, this guy went for a younger girl. Who knows? This would probably like already. Who knows why did this guy married and he just wasted this woman's life. He wasted this woman's time. If he would have actually like had a real connection with her, that divorce would never happen. But since there was no connection, probably like that spark already like was gone for like a long time ago. He still decided to it's stupid. That's what I mean. Like I don't get it, it's kind of like it's pretty like funny too because some women do love they kind of like also allow it because they want to have that sad story like, oh, my husband didn't this and that. No, dude, you're living in a fantasy world. You should like she has to move on. But this dude is petty for that. This was lame, wasting a woman's fucking time for 30 years and deciding to divorce. And when it is coming to your daughter's, well, almost your daughter's wedding, you good timing. Like that was a lame. But
mm.
hey, that's what I think.
But this is what she stated back to her, the lady Caroline Hex, to Gut It. She said, "Dear Gut It, I'm sorry that is a lot all at once. First, you just learned about the girlfriend. Don't do anything rash. Wait till the new wait till the news settles. Second, please let the dream wedding go. Not because your father did what he did, but because moms don't get to have their kids' dreams for them. Period. Now, parents' big dreams do work sometimes where parent and kid are mostly aligned and you both go yay. But these options apply only if they're realistic and they're not here. Your dad is not paying the bill. not when you take moral issues with what he's telling people. There's
Mm-hmm.
no there's no looking the other way at disinformation just so he pays the bill. So adult up and start dream plan B. Who's paying for it? How much? What that buys? Where? When? For how many people? Including whom? Answer those, and there's your happy wedding. Mm,
Yeah,
well,
it's sad, and this happens, like this just didn't happen to this person. This happens to many people. It happens every second. Like somewhere around, like probably in Massachusetts, somebody's going through it right now. Everybody's going through it, but that dude is petty for spreading false, information about the ex-wife. Like she says about morals. The guy's trying to make excuses, probably trying to justify shit. But nah, dude, you literally wait. And like Brown, the comment said, like he was never happy
mm.
until like the kids were grown. But you got it's gonna start making you think: does he love those kids? Because if he wasn't happy, he probably wasn't happy making those kids. So like there's gonna question them, like, what? Did my dad actually really want me? Because the guy probably didn't even. That's what condoms are for. You should be ready when you should be a parent. So this guy literally had some pity kids. For him to pull that kind of shit, I'm starting to think that this guy's probably had those kids out of pity, and that's messed up.
Yeah. And see, that's one thing, you can't choose your parents. And a
Hmm.
lot of times, it's I'm not gonna say a lot of times, but certain times, as this right here, 30 years later, you start finding out things about how someone really felt about you. Um,
Hmm.
as time just boggles down, it's kind of like a one of those puzzles that just falls apart because the father's been holding all this back. He wanted to be this guy, this fly guy
Hmm.
with the young chick, and it's like I want to do this before I die. um and it just tears something all apart, you so
I don't know
it's
if you've seen that movie 17 again with Matthew Perry, rest in peace, and Zach Efron. Is that situation where, like, he was a star basketball player in high school,
hmm.
but since he didn't use protection, he got his girlfriend pregnant. So he chose his to raise the kid, and he said no to the scholarship. So fast forward to the movie, the guy's grown up, he's sleeping in his friend's couch. Things didn't go out the way he thought it would. So it's like a regret. That's why you gotta really think things through real carefully. It takes a lot of thinking because don't don't be just jumping into anything like head first, because there's gonna be consequences. Stress and everything. I mean, last time I bumped into uh some dude I went to school with, and the guy has gray hair, like literally his whole head is covered in gray hair. I'm like, bro, like what the fuck? Like he's my age, he's young. That's stress right there. Like this guy has kids. I mean, he jumped in like head first in a situation that he didn't think through it. And I mean, dude, the guy has a lot of gray hair. That stress, I understand. I'm like, holy shit, like,
Are his
uh,
kids menaces?
huh?
Are his kids menaces to society? Are they bad? They are bad to the bone?
No, they're still like they're still small. They're still but the
Mm.
guy is stressed because he has to the diapers. He has to pay the bills. It's not easy and shit to be a father at a young age. So like,
It-
if you're gonna want to have a kid, make sure you talk it over with your partner or something like that, or just wear a condom, because it's the best option.
but is he getting any help in his marriage? Like, is he getting any help like with?
Well, the guy's not with the with his kids' mothers. So I'm telling you, like,
Oh,
you have to really think about getting into a relationship. Relationship takes work, and engagement is the another step where, like, what, you guys are like in agreement. of that you guys want to spend time together, but it also doesn't mean that just because you got engaged you're gonna get married like in 6 months. No, engagement is gonna take more years to even build more solid foundation to actually get to that marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you gotta have some type of a foundation. But young, did you buy your friend some Bengay?
Huh?
Did you buy him some Bengay?
Oh nah, nah,
You could
nah.
have you could have got that
He's not
right
that.
there.
I just know him from school. I just recognize him from school and stuff. I was like, hey man, what's up? Fool? I haven't seen you in a long time. But he ain't my friend like that. Like, hey, let me help you out with some money. Fuck no, dude. Like, shit, I got my own problems to focus on and shit. Like, but hey, I was like, hey, good luck, man. Like, take care of those gray hairs.
Yeah, maybe it'll smooth over, as the kids get older. But he's not doing it on his own, right? It's like they just taking turns. A lot of times I would think that's what would go on if, he just has a baby mother, that they kind of have a standard type thing
Mm-hmm.
about doing it, unless, I know sometimes child support comes in. It's a lot, dealing with that
Child support is
they
another thing. I mean, like I said, coworkers. I don't know why, but it's always good. It's always a cool thing to listen when somebody like comes talks to you about like what's going on with like if they're having a bad day, because that's what just people want. Someone to listen. I've had coworkers talk to me about child support, the wife or like that we're having custody battle. It's like oh shit. So I listen. So that's why when there's a conversation of like child support or anything, I can give give a little bit of what I know from other people's experiences, but I've never like had child support like put
Yeah,
on me
did
and
you
stuff.
almost
But
slip up? Did you almost slip up? Was it almost going to be a young junior?
oh no, well I was gonna like be the stepdad for my ex fiance and stuff, and I was happy and stuff. Uh, I was actually a happy person. I'm a really happy person. I didn't really care about like a lot of people that frown upon it. Being a stepdad. That's stereotype shit. Like you don't know me. You don't know how I think. If you think like that, it's you're that type of person that's probably gonna go through the worst. I don't wish that upon no one. But there's nothing wrong about being a stepdad because eventually a lot of people end up being stepdads and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh yeah.
I still talk to this person. I still talk to my ex fiance. I still have a good relationship with her.
Well, you know what? On that level, being a step parent, it also, it takes a sense of, you have to really accept that child, and certain things, that the child may say to you as they get older, questions could be asked. If you really love that child, it shouldn't be anything that, could really depart you away from them, because the questions that sometimes come about, um, that are kind of hard to hear, like, "You're not my real dad. You're not my real mother."
Hmm.
They can kind of, I think, really hit step parent really hard. But I know quite a bit of people that take in their step parents with so much love. um this one, this next story right here, young, I think
Let's get
this
to it.
yeah, this is a good one. So I recently discovered that my 20-year-old sister is adopted, and it has left me feeling shocked, confused, and betrayed. I'm 25, and my parents never disclosed this information to me nor my sister. Our relationship hasn't changed since the news came out, but it is still life altering information. If I'm feeling betrayed, I can't imagine how my sister feels. Her whole life, she thought that our parents were her blood relatives. I'm struggling to trust my parents and wondering what else they may still be hiding from my sister and me. How can I rebuild trust with my parents? How can my sister and I address the feeling of betrayal we're experiencing? Dealing with adoption. That's her name. Hey,
I
Riri.
I don't get where they get the whole betrayal. Like, in what way did they betray them? Like, just because they told them, hey, your sister's adopted. How is that betrayal? Like, I've always asked this question, like, how is that betrayal? No, it's just surprising. Like they just decided to tell you when the time was right, and if it took that long to tell you, you know what? It took this long time to tell you that your sister's adopted is for a reason, but that's not a betrayal, bro. That's stupid. Like, they need to elaborate on how is that a betrayal. Like, well, what did they betray them? Like, well, like it's stupid. I don't get it. Like, where does this betrayal come from and shit? Like, that's not betrayal. That's just like, hey, you know what? We just gotta tell you this and stuff. But they also have to have an open mind that, you know what? I understand, but they still have that little kind of dumb mentality where, like, oh, everything's a betrayal. That's not a betrayal, bro. That's just your parents that, it took them this long ass time to tell you, you know what? She's adopted, but it's not gonna change everything. They still have that, close connection. But there's no such thing as betrayal in that situation, man. That's cap. People need to stop capping. People need to stop bringing all these kind of words into situations that doesn't even fit. I don't see no betrayal in that. This is my opinion.
And young, see, this is what they told her too. Um, they said, okay, dear dealing with adoption. Hey there, my sister T. Do your best. Oh, do your best to focus on the love you all share with each other,
Hmm.
regardless of those blood. Oh, I'm sorry. Regardless of whose blood runs in your veins, your sister is your sister. Try to forgive your parents for not figuring out how to tell you this tender truth sooner. They likely wanted to include her in the family rather than make her feel different. Their intentions were probably good. Now can be now can be the time to learn more from them about their decision and to rekindle the love between you. Consider thinking of this as protection rather than betrayal. I doubt that your parents wanted to hurt either of you in any way.
Look, like I said,
Mhm.
there's no such thing as betrayal. The whole, oh, you gotta forgive your parents. Forgive them for what? Forgive them for what? For them telling you that your sister's adopted? That's stupid. I mean, she cannot lie. She cannot claim victim that, hey, you know what? You've never had an adoption talk with friends, or you never heard an adoption joke. That's stupid. Like, she has to grow up and shit. But everybody thinks different. But the parents didn't betray them. The she, I don't know. That's what I think. That's my way of seeing it. So the parents didn't betray them. The parents just found the right time that, you know what, it's the right time to tell them. This
Some
person's
people
probably
think
probably like,
differently about adoption too. I've
yeah,
noticed
like
like
adoption. I mean, hey, I have a stepbrother. We grew, we adopted him and shit.
and
I
you love him
understand, but
just
like
the same as your
it's like, huh?
you love him just the same as your
Yeah,
if you have
I love my
biological.
brothers. Like, if and my parents, they've told us like, at a certain age, but we didn't care because, like, we didn't say, oh, you betrayed us. Where does betrayal come from? That's stupid. That's some probably like some Caucasian kind of mentality right there. That's probably some white people stuff right there. Not No offense to anybody, but hey, adoption happens every time and shit. Just fucking like, that's your sister. But if you're gonna let that kind of stuff, like, it's gonna be shocking. It is shocking. If it went through many years, didn't know that she was adopted. Hey, you just gotta learn how to, adapt. Hey, you gotta accept it, but you're still my sister. But and you don't need to forgive your parents for that's stupid. Hey, but that's how I see it. That's stupid. Like, betrayal, then for them to forgive the parents. Come on, bro. Like, why?
It's
That's
something
stupid.
different.
Like, But everybody thinks different, you know. Like everybody goes through it differently. But I
Yeah,
do
because
kind of find it silly.
they gotta understand. I think as well, we don't know how her sister feels, but she has to understand as well that she doesn't know the situation that her parents could have been going through at the time. They could have wanted a child so bad and they weren't able to conceive one together at that
Hmm.
time. And maybe that's why they considered adoption. And a lot sometimes I feel when the parents are in the midst of the adoption, um then that's when that bundle of joy may pop about. They'll be pregnant and they'll say, oh, we got pregnant, but we're already in the works with this adoption, so we're going to go through with the adoption. I think those are two people that strongly want to be parents, and it's not all about being biological parents. They want to love on a child and give a child um the world, and help them to grow in it, with a family. So I think parents that do adopt is, and then they're really true in it. They're real ones. They are given a
Yeah, I
child.
get it. I
And
get it. But we can't. The person can't act like she's the only one that's going through it, right? Because I mean, like I said, she probably has heard adoption jokes. She's probably heard like other people talk about, oh yeah, we're going through the same thing, but she didn't know that she was also going through the same, the same exact situation. But you cannot act surprised because for some time in your life you're gonna hear something like that and stuff, and you have to understand that if they went through it, it can't be a shock to me if it happens to me.
should
So the whole thing of betraying is like, where did you get this whole feeling betrayed that your parents didn't tell you that your sister's adopted? Where does that come from? That's some white mentality right there. That's what I think, because I didn't think that way. Just because he was adopted, like we took him in. Hey, I didn't fucking tell my dad, hey, you betrayed me. He would actually tell me, like, what the fuck? What do you mean betrayed you? Like, how? No, dude, you eventually have to like understand that there's such thing as betrayal and shit. Just because they told you at a certain time in your life that this person is adopted doesn't mean you have to. I don't know. That's the way I see it, bro. But anybody
and
can have their own opinion and shit.
yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I had a see, I had a cousin that the way the adoption worked for him is he was adopted within the family. If I don't know if you've
Hmm.
ever heard that before, like he was basically I have a I had a cousin that was not able to take care of her child, um, you know, right then and
Yeah, I
there.
understand that
Certain
situation.
things
I was in
happen.
that situation too, bro. That's why I said, like we took him in, we adopted him as our own. So I understand. Like, so what I'm saying, what I also ask is that where does this betrayal come where does this betrayal come from? Like, how is that a betrayal? Like, where did they get this kind of like way of thinking? Is my question.
Yeah,
Like,
I,
it's
I
just an
think
adoption.
the only thing I can think of with them saying certain things, I don't know if they said misinformation, but it was just probably that they feel that they should have been told earlier on. But I feel if you have if you have a loving relationship with your children, regardless of if they're biological or adopted, that even whenever you tell them, it shouldn't take the child to the point of feeling that they were betrayed, because it was something where I feel it was a amount of protection that they probably were trying to give to her sister. She has to look at that too, that her sister, she wanted her sister, they wanted her sister to be included. Like
But
that's it. Like
how protection from what? Like, that's another thing. It's like, protecting her from what? If you're gonna adopt this kid because you want to adopt, you care, you want this kid, you don't have to protect them from what? Like you actually want that, that other bond to come, like to take fruition. Protecting something that I don't get it. Like, betrayal and protection. Like protecting it for what? You adopted this kid. Now you're including them in your family, and you know what? Hey, the other child is gonna be like, hey, that's cool. We're gonna we're gonna be family. We're family and shit. But why is it the word be protection coming from? Where does it come from? Like, from what? How are they protecting this adopted kid?
Bullies. Sometimes, I guess that could be it, in school. Because, sometimes when the kids find out that you've been adopted or something, they'll try to use that against you sometimes, like, you're
Because
adopted,
uh,
it's not.
adoption is a serious thing, bro. Adopting is a serious thing. You have to be serious, because you're actually taking in another. It could be a baby, it could be already like a toddler, it could be a teen.
Yeah.
You're letting them know, what, I'm ready. That's why you get a lawyer. That's why you put in, a lot of work. You put in like a lot of letters that, what, recommendation, yada yada, to get this kid because you're saying you're ready. Now, if you're ready like that, you also have to, be ready to think like an adult. Hey, you know what? You're my kid. This is how it's gonna go. Don't let nobody tell you just because you're adopted. No, you're my kid. You know.
Yeah.
But
Young,
yeah,
was it the time you ever wanted children? Like, something that you were thinking about maybe? Because I know it
I'm
was
not.
something that I did.
Like, I'm not for adoption. Like, because I'm not ready for enough to adopt a kid. But I've thought about it. But when I was engaged to my ex fiance, I was gonna adopt that kid as mine because we were engaged. That's my kid. That's my way of adopting that kid. You know, it was
Yeah.
there was gonna be no problem. I was it actually motivated me a lot, made me 10 times happier, and I still love that kid. I talked to the mom, like even though she got married, but I still talk to her because I'm an adult.
Y'all are
I
friends.
know I know how to think. You know what? Hey, just because we broke up doesn't mean that, hey, you know what, we're gonna lose contact, bro. Stop it. That's the thing about stereotypes. I'm not a stereotype. I'm just gonna let you know how it is and shit. Like, you know what? I don't care if when I first got started talking to my ex fiance, she kind of like thought it was gonna be like a problem that she was already like almost like she was always I was gonna be she was almost due into labor. She was like 9 months pregnant. I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna be with you. That kid is gonna be my kid.
Is
She
that
still
when
has a
y'all?
good relate.
That's when y'all got
Huh?
together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all were together when she was y'all first got together when she was pregnant.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she kind
You
of
see,
found
like,
out. Mm.
no, she kind of like thought that I was gonna be the stereotype, that I was gonna make it uncomfortable. Just because she was pregnant, I was gonna be like, oh, like she that's what she thought, that I was gonna like treat the kid, like bad, or like, just because you're not my kid. No, that's stupid, bro. Like that's some child shit. That's dummy shit. Like, no, me, no. I'm gonna
Have
be
you
with you because I want to be with you. That's gonna be my kid.
have you ever seen the movie The
There's gonna be
Waitress?
some rules, with the child's father, but hey, you know what, they're gonna have custody and this and that. But I'm not gonna act like, hey, you can't see this. I don't want that kind of drama and shit. Even though when I actually mentioned this to on another content creators channel,
Mm.
I mean everybody gets to have their own opinion. But this person said that I'm dumb for trying to take in another person's kid. This person called my ex fiance a bitch. This and that. I was like, hey, whoa,
Oh yeah, it
like,
wasn't
whoa.
needed. All that wasn't
And
needed.
I was like, what's up with that? But hey, it's I found no offense to it because I'm an adult. I know how to think. But hey, it's people think differently. People
Yeah.
take everything the old stereotype way and shit. And people need to fucking break away from that kind of mentality.
Sometimes, and then that spouse can really influence, someone too that is about to render a baby. Have you ever seen The Waitress? The movie The Waitress?
I heard of it.
It's it's really good, young. I think that's something if you ever get a chance to watch it, because basically, she went through certain issues, and she had a, I'll say he was some type of abusive. Um, I have to watch it again because I can't. I don't want to say he was physically abusive, but he was like very. He was like taking down. I feel like her self esteem for the most part, and he was basically telling her how he did not want. Like, I don't want this baby, and she got into that mode too. She was like, you know what, you're right. I don't want him either, and it was just like so negative.
That's
But
what condoms are for, bro. That's what condoms is. But
but
hey, everybody thinks differently. Everybody thinks differently and shit like that. You know, that a lot of kids go through that. You know, some kids don't even want them. Like the comment about the when we're talking about the divorce, the guy got like stuck around till the kids were grown. And I mean, I think the guy probably doesn't even like those kids because if he stuck around, that's pity shit.
but
That's messed up. That's a messed up life right there.
but let them have the, but once they have the kid, certain things change as well. Like, once, I feel like once a mother sees her child for the first time, certain like those in that instinct, she feels being a mother, and all of that can change. That was a form of, um I think they call it like some type of postpartum depression. It was some type of postpartum
Hmm.
depression, and she was able to get out of it, you know, and see exactly where it was. And she looked at him. I felt the color purple moment. She said, "You leave here and don't you ever come back." She took her child. She said, I don't want anything to do with you." It was an instant love that she felt, and she took her child, and it was just, it was, that was a good movie, Young. Trish,
Uh,
what's up?
that's how I went through. Like I love this kid. Like I was gonna take this kid as my own. But people have different type of way of thinking for this content creator to, and it's cool and shit. If people think that way.
Young, I'm
But
sorry
this,
that
but
that
this, but this, but
happened
this,
to you,
but this content creator, huh?
like, I'm sorry that that happened to you too. Somebody,
No, but
you know,
it's cool because I
mhm.
mean, this content creator also asked me if I wanted to have a kid with her, but I was like, sure, but hey, I'm
Oh,
still up for it. But hey,
you may have it. Oh, so you were thinking about having a kid with her, the
no,
content creator?
she asked me like, and it was a quick one. Like there was a panel and she asked me, hey, you want to have a kid with me? Like the little black skin. I was like, sure. And the offer is still up.
Okay, so
Hey, hold on, bro. Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta get my phone charger. I'll be right back. All right.
okay, Young. You know what, though, Young? We may this right here. This is a nice segment. So even if because I was gonna try to end this at 2, so we can do this definitely again, Young. This is nice.
Hey, I'm up for it, bro. I'm up for it.
I greatly appreciate you.
All right, bro. Nice talking to you, bro.
You too, Young. All
All
right,
right.
my bro. Y'all, that was my guy Young. I'm glad we finally were able to have our panel discussion. Me and Young was supposed to have been on the panel for a while. I'll say it was my fault at first. It was my fault because he was like, "Look, bro, if you don't schedule that Scream Yard, I got to do better to y'all at scheduling Screen Yards." Thank you, Trishy. Oh, and y'all, my sister T is in the greenhouse. Yes, sister T. Sister T Boo, I know you I, I know those greens. I know they be something fierce there. I was wondering if you had made some greens for Easter Sunday. I can only imagine, darling, the the smells, those good smells and spices from all those fresh veggies. Yeah, my sister T getting down in their garden. Yeah, Trish, it was. This was such a great live, boo. I thank you so much, Brian, for stepping in. As well as my guy Young. Young, we did this. So yeah, I definitely want to keep this going. This is just stories, you guys, on life situations, whether it's relationships or just certain things that we deal with in everyday life. And as you can see, Young even Young even stated it that a lot of these situations he's dealt with in his life before, and I can say that I've let me see any situations I've been in like that. I haven't been in any situations like these, but who knows what's to come. So y'all, we're gonna go ahead and break out of this today. But hey, this was a vibe right here. All right, Brian, it ain't nothing wrong, Brian. But yeah, this was fun. And my Kathleen Powell. Hey, boo. Yeah, smash it. That's right, Trish. So yeah, and Trish, I gotta go over there and I gotta see it. Watch your videos there. I gotta watch your videos, see what's going down. It's been just a lot. You try to watch everybody as best as you can. Hey there, Miss Philadelphia. Hey, boo, happy Easter. Yeah, because you know what, Trish, I had I was in the midst of watching your video, and you said, Brian, I didn't take away your mod stick, but I know y'all that's pretty much squashed. Um I just gotta start looking. I gotta start looking. That's what I gotta do now. Yeah, so y'all, this has been quite a pleasure, and I really appreciate y'all for joining us tonight. And we made we definitely found out quite a bit of things that people go through. The biggest topic for me though was that maid of honor. Even though I'm glad I got y'all perspectives on it, because I didn't look at it that way at first. I was right there on the train of saying the audacity, but then as y'all let me know, oh, okay, I kind of can think about it, with a balance. Yes, Young, that's for sure, bro. I will see you next screen. We're gonna do our thing. This was excellent. What's up, my real mama Fifi? Yeah, a nice bright live screen, you guys, with a whole lot of insight, I gotta say. So yeah, everybody, y'all take care, take it easy. The week is about to start, and we got this. We sure do. I appreciate y'all, and I'll go out. That's my boy right there. What's up, Simon? Simon says, Simon, I hope a lot of these stories kind of maybe gave you a little bit of insight too. My God, these were some good stories. Oh, please do, Miss Real Mama Fifi. Yeah, this was definitely a good engagement. Yeah, and Simon, I might have to come and check you out too. I know you had made some videos. She talks too much. What's up, boo? Yes, we do, but boo, yeah, we got this. Yeah, this week to come, and I hope everybody had a great Easter too. Yeah, Easter dinner. I hope that Easter dinner was working for y'all today. Yeah, so let's go out with a little bit of music. Y'all, I'm ahead to check this music. I don't know this music. YouTube might say no, but I do like it. Let me see one more thing before I go, y'all. I gotta see if I can. Oh dang, the phone has went dead. Yeah, it's went dead. It done went dead, y'all. See, this is what I go through. But yeah, Sister T, come on, boo. We about to get into just a little bit of dance. Here we go. Oh no, I want to start all the way over. How can I start this thing over? Hold on. Oh, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to start the song over. It ain't gonna do it. Okay, no, and then I wanted it to be louder than that. Okay. Okay, I think we got it, y'all. Oh no. the song ain't starting over? That's something else right there, y'all. The song won't start over. Y'all ever notice that to happen? I can't start the song over. What is this? Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna go. No, because it may not even. Let me see. Okay. There it is. I had to go to another song, then come back. Just a little bit of conversation tonight. Let me know y'all if it's too loud. Thanks for Simon. I will see you soon, buddy. And I talk too much. Y'all let me know if this is too loud.